Trull. I am Program Director for Coast Bike Share. Before we get started, I will say, Mr. Mayor, I don't know if you noticed the cameras were focusing a little more on you this time. The fabled wheelie that happened back in January that nobody caught on camera. So we hopefully got some coverage today. We're going to have to get one more of those for you.
I can do that again.
So this morning we're happy to announce with the ribbon breaking that happened just mere moments ago that we are opening the system, Coast Bike Share system, to founding members. But what does this really mean? So the best way to explain this is actually through one of our founding members and his experience with bike share. This gentleman who is here in the audience today, Jeffrey, found out about bike share, some would say a little too early. So it's a good thing and a bad thing. He got extremely excited about this, and it's a really great thing. So throughout his experience, he may have emailed me a few hundred times. A slight exaggeration, but you know, it's close. Asking a question that you've all asked many times before: when is bike share coming? But what really made Jeffrey and his experience with bike share great is he flies as a pilot for a national company. So he's able to experience cities that he's been to for 20 plus years, time and time again, in a way that he's never experienced before. So up until he found out about our program, he had seen cities, but not in the full light that was capable through bike share. So we started getting tweets from this gentleman about his bike share experience in Paris, in Salt Lake City, about the cafes that he was visiting. Even in Paris, when it was raining, about a restaurant and wine and cheese that he was having via a restaurant that he drove by the day before when it was a little better weather. So turning back to Tampa, what does this all mean for us? Bike share and Coast Bike Share essentially is a great way to discover our city. It's a great way to find those little cafes and those restaurants that we haven't seen before because we're taking roads that we have not traveled. It's all about the serendipitous trip and being able to stop and talk to a friend at a whim when you see them walking down the street. So I thank you all for coming, and I'm proud to announce that we're open for business. And at this point, I will turn it over to Ryan Respecki with Social Bicycles, and then following that, Mayor Buckhorn himself. Thank you.
I'd just like to thank CycleHop and our partners here at the city who have been amazing throughout this entire process. And we are really excited to introduce a new type of urban transportation to this town. As Eric said, the ability to just pick up a bike and go from one place to another and think of it as a true type of transportation rather than something that's purely recreational or something you may have done as a child. You know, there is something fun about riding a bike. I'm not discounting that, but to be able to really make these connections and see your city in a different way is what gets me excited, and to see projects like this one come to life and change the way people are moving in a community. You know, I can't wait to see what unfolds over the next year. So with that, I'll turn it over to the mayor to talk about
Whatever the mayor wants.
whatever the mayor wants.
It's good to be the mayor. Eric and Ryan, first of all, thank you. This has been a long time coming, as we all know. It has not been without its challenges, but as all good things, sometimes it takes time to get them right. And we took the time here to make sure we got this right, as did you. And so it's an exciting day for us to be able to kick this off. I have probably been asked more times about when is the bike sharing starting than almost anything that we have done over the last couple of years. People are excited about this. We've been teasing them. We've been chumming the water. They've seen these blue bikes around town. They want to know when they're coming, and it's a great day to now be able to say that they are here and that they are available, and they are going to do for our city what we have been attempting to do for the last 3.5 years, is to make this city a walkable city, a rideable city, to let people see the city from the pedestrian experience. And part of that includes bikes. As a city, we have tried over the last 4 years to make us more bike friendly. We have done so in terms of adding additional bike lanes, adding additional, what do you call those things, Debbie? Sharrows in the road. I always get that wrong. You know, Bayshore Boulevard is about to enjoy an additional bike lane. We want this city to be bike friendly, and we want vehicles to be more cognizant of bikes on the road. That is very, very important. We started out 3 years ago with a safety program with TPD. We're continuing to do that. We want everyone to know that they need to share the road and that there are certain responsibilities that motor vehicles have that they perhaps aren't even aware that they need to abide by in order to protect the safety of the bicyclist. And so that educational process has started. We want that to continue. I think these blue bikes will go a long way because people will see a lot more of these bikes on the roads as they connect Ybor City to downtown, to Hyde Park, and all of the parts of our city that are inextricably linked together. That is what we've been trying to do for the last 4 years, is to create a city that is connected, that is walkable, that is the pedestrian experience and the bike experience at the ground level is something that we are proud of. It's how you grow a city. It's how you attract that bright young talent here, is to offer things like this. So we are now in the ranks of major cities around the globe, not just in the United States. These blue bikes will become a signature of all that is good about Tampa and all that is right about our urban experience. So guys, congratulations. My wife, I'm sure, would like me to be on a bike a lot more often than I am, but that would assume that I have any time. And she lets me use the credit cards. But to all of you that made this happen, to our city staff, as always, great job. To the cycling community, Jim Shirk, and all the folks that are big believers in the bicycle business and the bicycle experience. This is a great day. Let's paint this town blue, and let's kick this thing off already. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah,